After World War II, one man stood at the forefront of Japanese literature. Known for his in-depth exploration of the human psyche and for not being afraid to discuss socioeconomic changes within his work, Osamu Dazai is one of the most influential and notable minds of modern Japanese history. His innovative style would inspire the likes of Yukio Mishima and go on to shape an entire nation. To be able to understand the themes of Dazai's writings, it is helpful to take a look at his early life. Dazai was born in 1909 in Kanagi, Japan. He was born into a well-established family, however that does not mean he had a pleasant childhood. His father was known for having erratic behavior that would create an unstable and chaotic environment. Psychological and emotional abuse were common in his household, and at the age of 4, Dazai's mother, Tane Tsushima, died of tuberculosis. The early loss of his mother and the complex relationship with his father created a sense of abandonment and alienation within Dazai. These feelings would ultimately influence the basis of his later works. During a disordered and very lonely childhood, Dazai would find comfort in literature. Yunosuke Akutagawa, another Japanese author, would become young Dazai's idol and inspire him to start his own literary career. In high school, he would begin writing to deal with his increasing self-hatred. It is still not fully agreed upon whether this hatred stemmed from some neurological disorder, such as depression, or from the aforementioned familial events in his childhood. These early writings were no more than observations of his hometown. Of course, Dazai's father did not support these early literary ventures and would urge him to pursue more respectable careers in politics or the military. In 1927, when Dazai was 18 years old, his idol Akutagawa would take his life by overdosing on barbitol, a drug in the same family as the one which Marilyn Monroe would overdose on approximately 35 years later. In the same year as Akutagawa's suicide, Dazai would relocate to Tokyo, and due to an increasing sense of loss and guilt, he would quickly become addicted to alcohol and similar pain relievers. The deaths of both his mother and Akutagawa, his poor relationship with his father, as well as a slow spiral into substance abuse likely all accumulated into the foundation of what will go on to become Dazai's distinctive yet tragic voice as a writer. Western imperialism during World War II led Japan to modernize rapidly, and although this modernization was done in the hopes of preserving its distinctive culture and unique traditions, Western ideals still poked through and influenced postmodern Japan. These new ideals made many people in the younger generations at the time question themselves. What does it mean to be Japanese? What is Japan? Is the countryside ancient, or are the new megacities Western? Following the publication of The Final Years, Dazai received immediate success and was praised by local literary critics at the time. However, with the Second World War breaking out and the inability to produce anything that could bring in any substantial profit, Dazai soon found himself slipping back into the realms of alcohol, women, and financial distress. An individual exists first, and then one defines their essence and meaning through their actions and choices. This philosophy, existentialism, became a driving influence in postmodern literature. Existentialism led authors to explore the experiences of the individual, inner thoughts, emotions, and struggles of characters. It led authors to depict characters who struggle to connect with others and find meaning in a seemingly indifferent world. In 1948, No Longer Human emerged as a powerful testament to Dazai's personal struggles. In the novel, an individual's existence precedes the definition of their essence, aligning seamlessly with the philosophical underpinnings of existentialism. Through Yozo, the protagonist of No Longer Human, Dazai captures the absurdities of existence, the challenges of forging an identity in the face of societal expectations, and the enduring search for a meaning in a world full of uncertainties. Yozo is portrayed as a vessel navigating a world that often seems nonsensical and devoid of inherent meaning. It could be said that the identity of Yozo is the byproduct of living without meaning in combination with the pressure to conform to societal expectations. People talk of social outcasts. The words apparently denote the miserable losers of the world, the vicious ones, but I feel as though I have been a social outcast from the moment I was born. If ever I meet someone society has designated as an outcast, I invariably feel affection for him, an emotion which carries me away in melting tenderness. The novel's confessional style and fragmented narrative structure mirror the complexity of human consciousness, making No Longer Human a timeless work that resonates with readers on a profound and existential level. Although No Longer Human follows a fictional protagonist, the parallels between Oba and Dazai blur the lines between fiction and autobiography. Oba's struggles with alienation, an erratic father, substances, and women completely mirror those of Dazai. The confessional style of the novel allowed Dazai to seamlessly weave his personal experiences into Oba's story, leading Oba to become a vessel for Dazai's introspective exploration, capturing the emotions that followed his search for meaning. Unfortunately, Dazai would never finish his journey towards identity. On the 13th of June, 1948, he ended his life by drowning in the Tamagawa Canal alongside his lover, Tomie Yamazaki. The complexities of his depression, addiction, and past all intertwined into the cause of his suicide. The decision to take his own life adds a final layer of tragedy to his literary works, showing that the alienation and addiction so often depicted in his works were not only prominent in his fictional worlds. After his death, Dazai became one of the many cultural icons of Japan. His works are often referenced in Japanese pop culture, whether it be in anime, art, or in other pieces of literature. Newer generations have continued to idolize Dazai, leading to Japan opening up to and acknowledging mental health issues. Now I have neither happiness nor unhappiness. Everything passes. That is the one and only thing I have thought resembled a truth in the society of human beings, where I have dwelled up to now as in a burning hell. Everything passes. The final page of No Longer Human.